Just set out. Parking lot's back that way. Headed up, and I'm in Yellowstone. And it's a warm day, a little windy. Yesterday was really cooking, maybe 40 degrees, which for this time of year is insanely hot. Today it's supposed to get pretty low tonight, which I'm appreciating. For Cook City, which is going to be about the same elevation, 1,000 feet higher than where I am. It's supposed to get down to 0, which is kind of perfect. Bit windy now, not terrible, but yeah, it should be fun and interesting. We shall see though, we shall see. And so in front of me is the area I'm heading into, Slough Creek. So there's a snowstorm behind me that I hit on the way in. There's a single red guy who is snowshoeing out here. But this is where I'm headed. Should be fun. It is brutally hot out. There's the valley behind me. Looks like they're getting snowed on. And over here it is just clear skies. But it is, oh God, I'm sweating to death. Made it to Slough a little while back. Got there way too early, so I'm just gonna carry on. The hill I've been going up is pretty steep, so I've had to boot pack it part of the way. But just stopping because I just keep sweating like crazy, and this is just not sustainable. Yeah, otherwise, it's perfectly lovely. Passed a couple people headed out. I'm the only person headed in. Go figure. And yeah, here's to making the best of the next 2 days. Oh, jeez. Just completely wiped out coming down this hill because I saw my path curving that way right into that tree. And I figured it'd be easier to eat the powder than it would be to eat the tree. And now I have snow on everything. And my hands are cold. Oh. Let's hope the camera's okay. So, got some pretty clear wolf prints. Headed this way. They look pretty old, but still kind of cool to see nonetheless, that they're headed on the same trail as I am. Mostly because we did all the hard work and they're just not having to trudge through the snow. I wiped out twice since I last put the camera on, pretty badly. So I was scanning Slough Creek and, the distance, trying to see if there was, any wolves, because every now and then you might be able to catch them. They kind of look like salt and pepper rocks, as they've been called. And as I'm looking around, I double check something, and lo and behold, there's an elk carcass. There's an elk carcass that was picked clean. Look at all the hair from it here. But there's the main body right there. And whoo boy. Holy crap. Yeah, this guy, newest tracks are just of crows and ravens, but no, man. Bull, by the looks of it. Is my camera clean? Yeah, it's clean. There we go. But, yeah. Whew. Nice find. So the wolves are definitely out and about back here. I can only hope to hear them tonight. I doubt I'll see them. I didn't bring a pair of binoculars or a spotting scope. There's the NPS patrol cabin, so I won't be setting up camp here. I gotta go a quarter mile. I like this nice flat open area, but it's gonna be a cold sink. And the wind's supposed to pick up. We can see snow getting dumped further down canyon. Man, the snow keeps getting dumped further down canyon. It was getting dumped back where I came, but none on top of me yet. Yeah, the sun is setting, temperature's going down, so I'm gonna set up camp soon, cook dinner, head to bed. Yeah, but Good old elk carcass. Ooh, buddy. Made it to the patrol cabins. They've got this lovely elk skull here. But just checking them out, all locked up for the winter. Outhouse. And another one down that way. But otherwise, just saying hi. Also, it looks like not that many people carried on that way, so I'm going to be basically breaking my trail from here on out. That'll keep things fun and interesting. Yeah, gonna press on, get myself a nice place to stay the night. So, slight change of plans. Basically, this is too good of a windbreak to pass up, so I'm boiling water for dinner. I'm gonna eat here, carry on. But yeah, so cooking. Just got my MSR Dragonfly up. And then for dinner, it's gurkhas, beans, and rice because that's just the kind of person I am. Heard something out that way. I can see what appears to be 2 bison or potentially moose who've got their heads down. Or they could just be rocks and I'm just not looking in the right spot. Yeah, heard something, not sure what. Don't think it was wolves, but yeah, cooking dinner and go from there. So this will probably be the last one before I pack it in for the night. I've got 2 lovely bison companions down there. Hopefully they don't come pay me a visit. I've got this decent windbreak from the small patch of forest here. Found another elk carcass, by the way. And then setting up my black diamond Betalite. Got myself these little figure 9 guys, recommended by Andrew Skirka in his book. It's not one of the tips he gives out for free, but I want cheap plastic ones instead of the metal ones. I think I'm going to be paying for it in terms of how the setup is going, but otherwise should be a good night's sleep. Just got to set up the sleeping pad and everything, and we'll be good to go. I'll probably have one last comment before bed, though. Alright, getting into bed. It's not that cold right now. And my tent, I don't really have I don't have that. Oh dear. I don't have a good windbreak set up. I hope it doesn't become a problem. But if worst comes to worst in the middle of the night, I can just set up I can go grab my shovel, which is out there somewhere, and just shovel snow on. That's not the end of the world. I've done it before. Oh, my shovel's right there. Anyways, calling it a night. Yeah, I think it's only like 6 p.m., 6 or 7. So, making breakfast. Well, boiling water. The original plan is to come down here to this nice wide open area where the river is and get water. Can't do that. So, I'm stuck melting snow. Which is burning through my fuel like crazy, unfortunately. But I had a climbing injury about a week ago yesterday. And it hasn't healed fully, and on the cross-country skis is kind of re-aggravating it, so I may be cutting this trip a day short anyways. But gonna enjoy the wide open spaces while I can. And no wolf activity last night, but I did see a set of coyote tracks as I was coming down here. So it's pretty hard to see. But right about there's a small group of something. I think they're bison, I'm not sure what. But they keep getting spooked and running back and forth. So, I have a wrist injury that I thought had healed, but it just hasn't. So, sorry, I'm trying to see if I can hear them bark or something. If those are wolves, I don't think they are. They might be, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they are. Those have got to be wolves, then. I'll go check later. But I'm going to call it a day early just because of my wrist injury. But I'm going to check up on what the heck those things are. They might be bison just from the size out here, but they keep getting spooked and I'm not seeing any wolves or anything. And they're moving pretty fast. I don't know. I'll take a look later and film it then. In the meantime, my toes are freezing. So, breaking down the campsite. So I've got some sort of stake that I've buried here. And I'm just gonna dig until I hit it, basically. And because all the snow has had time to freeze after I compacted it, it's in there nice and good. And that should be it. And bam. Dead man steak. Notice how I loop through instead of trying to wrap around this part up here. Just because if you do it up here, it can slip off. With this, it's only coming off if the whole steak is coming out. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're howling and barking. That's totally a wolf pack. Can't see him from here though. So if we look at this skull, the teeth don't, I can't tell, but I don't think they're worn down all that much. I think this guy got killed by wolves, but I could be wrong. I don't know elk biology well enough to say one way or another, but it's nice to think that at least. Huge wreck. So my original plan was to get across the river, but I got just a few steps onto it, you know, tapping around with the pole just to make sure it's safe, and hear a big old crack. So I'm unfortunately not gonna get to go check out where those wolves, potentially wolves, were, which kind of sucks. So I'll just have to head back, avoiding Mr. Bison there. And yeah, just gonna head on home now. Sucks on the wrist. Great that I got to see what I'm fairly confident was a set of wolves. There's our bison friend. Probably a bull just because of the fact that it's alone. Yeah, I can't tell on the size and horns, I'm not good enough, but the fact that it's alone and not in a group means it's probably a bull. No wolves. They were over there last. I bet they just headed up canyon, down canyon. But yeah, just me out here enjoying the snow. Gonna ski to avoid Mr. Bull and gonna carry on.